And we're live. They've let me come back. I host another 5 Minute Friday, this time with one of the first people who came through this summit. They were the first, Anthea was the first company that I led due diligence on. Really the base of how we got Startup TNT off the ground. She can tell her story a lot better than I can. So Anthea, well, I mean, I've answered half the question, but what's your name and what's your job title?
Oh, well, thanks for having me. I'm Anthea Sargeaunt. I'm CEO of 2SWater.
I love it. And how do you become an entrepreneur? Take me back.
My very first business was actually with my now husband when I was in university. Excuse me, while I rotate my camera. We made custom cat perches and we sold them at the local farmers market. And that's how I paid my rent in university. So
I love it. And now, take it forward a few years. Now, what does 2SWater do?
So 2SWater have developed a sensor that detects metals in water. Think of an industrial facility like a water treatment facility. We can monitor the output to make sure it's safe before it goes into the environment.
Super cool. And it's been 2 years since you came through this summit. And so what's the latest and greatest?
Oh, everything's happening for 2SWater right now. We've got our first commercial deployment in the field. We are out there and doing what we wanted to do, which is so exciting. We're doing a seed level raise right now as well, which is going to really kick us off and get us fully into market. So very exciting time for us.
It's huge. And you decided to enter the very first TNT investment summit, like I said. And so why? Like, it wasn't even a thing. Why did you do it? And was it all that you dreamed of and more?
Oh, definitely all I dreamed of and more. I mean, how could you not get excited about something that actually has real investment tied to it and is like a real opportunity to get in front of investors in a way that's going to have material gains? And we participated in it because it's great to see this kind of thing coming out of Edmonton, and you have to support these kind of grassroots initiatives.
I really appreciate it. And so you approached fundraising in a really unique way when you came through the summit. Do you want to unpack that a little bit? Like, to use some of those awesome strategies that got you into the top five and ultimately invest. What would you like to share?
Yeah, so I like to approach investment like I approach many things in my life. I feel like I have honey badger energy. I like to rapidly attack things. I met every single investor. I sat down with every single investor in that list for coffee to get to know them and tell them about our company. Because I think if you're going to do a thing, you do it right. And it worked. That got us to close.
It was awesome. Yeah, you met with everybody, which is wild. I don't know if there's anybody that's done that since. And it's a little harder now because everything's online and everything like that. But
That's easier now. You can get people on Zoom. I had to drive all the way across the city, left, right, and center to get those meetings. Now the windows of opportunity are open. So
it's very true. And you have an interesting management dynamic. You work with your dad. Do you have any
I
advice for
do.
other founders looking to work with their family?
I think it has pros and cons. I think the it's absolutely wonderful to have a management team that you can be really open and honest with. I think it's essential no matter what the business. You can't pull your punches with that team. You have to be blunt and honest and just willing to say what it is. And it's easy to do with your family because you know what? He's always going to be my dad no matter what I say. So we can be completely honest with each other. I think one of the disadvantages is that we think alike. So we're always really careful to get a lot of outside opinions because I don't want the same kind of thinking repeated in two streams and then just feeding into each other.
Yeah, it's super important to have just an awesome group of mentors sitting around the table that you can have some trust with. Um,
Absolutely.
and to cap it off, what one piece of advice would you like to give to entrepreneurs or even people looking at taking the leap into the startup world that aspire in your position someday?
I think, it's a game of inches and just keep moving forward a little bit every day. I always have a couple of different metrics I want to move forward on: sales, fundraising, team advancement, leadership. And as long as I can move each one of those things just one little inch every day, by the end of the month, we've moved a long ways. And by the end of, 2 years, look where we are now. So just keep at it. A little bit every day gets you there.
Well, it's awesome, and a big push, like you said, coming up right away here with a fundraising round that you're looking to do in the first half of the year. So definitely something that's worth more of a conversation with anybody that's
Yeah, yeah.
interested.
If you're a TNT investor, wait, you may be hearing from me real soon.
I love it. Well, thanks for taking the time, Anthea. Really appreciate it. Glad to have you sharing your insights and looking forward to seeing where you continue to take it. It's great.
Awesome. Thanks for having me today. Great pleasure to share.
Cool. Thank you.